Welcome back to VTU e-Shikshana program on computer-aided engineering drawing. We have worked out the problems and also some of the items like prisms, pyramids, and also cones, cylinders in terms of square, rectangle, and the circular items. Now let us discuss some of the items like prisms, pyramids, and frustum of pyramids with triangle and pentagon and hexagon shapes. Now I have three shapes here. One is triangle, other one is pentagon and hexagon. These are not like rectangle and square. Rectangle and square, if you keep in a particular position, all the edges are either perpendicular or parallel to VP, and naturally they are parallel to the ground. Definitely we can take all lines on 30-degree lines, but here just observe the lines are different angle at different angle. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to go for box method. I have drawn three figures with top view as reference. All lengths are true lengths here. Suppose that I have a pentagon with one base is perpendicular to VP. Pentagonal prism perpendicular to VP. What is top view? Top view is cross section. That is pentagon. That's what you need. Height you can just fix it in isometric. If you want, you can draw the front view also. Next comes if it is pyramid. Again, base of the pyramid is pentagon. One of its base side is perpendicular to VP. This is enough for us to draw the isometric projection. Even if it is frustum of pentagonal shape, then the base is pentagon of 40 mm sides, say, but top side is 30 mm or 25 mm. What best you can do is you can scale it and then create this. You don't need one more shape, one more pentagon. Okay, that's what. Whenever you need to draw other than rectangle and square, you are supposed to draw at least top view or front view accordingly. And if there is multiple figures of same type, you need not have to go for multiple figures. Just draw one figure and try to scale it. You know very well that the size, say 40, this is 25 or 30, whatever, you can scale it and start working. Okay. So if the situation demands, then draw top and front views. Otherwise, you just draw only the shape, that's all. Now, I have three shapes. Let me start working one by one. This is triangle. Again, go for the box method. I have to create a box out of this. So, draw a box. Actually, it becomes a rectangle. Okay, rectangle. Okay. Now, name this as 1, 2, 3, 4. Why I am keeping box? Box will be either square or rectangle. Normally it is rectangle for all other shapes. Only for circle it becomes square. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4 is rectangle. I know how to draw the isometric projection of a rectangle. So start with a line, thin line. Now I am looking from this direction. You can select the direction of vision. Now this is the point. Now take this 30-degree lines, particularly 30-degree lines you can prefer to draw using the computer manually. You can use set squares and do it. Assume that I have drawn two lines with 30-degree line. Now set this distance. First distance is the triangle. One side of the triangle is so much distance to the left side. So mark here. I am starting from A. Sorry, it is 1. I am starting from 1 because I am working for rectangle now, not for the triangle. This is 4. 1, 4 I have kept this distance. Next, assume that I am drawing view or drawing, isometric view or drawing. I am not taking the isometric scale now onwards. Whenever you need, you take it. So easy for processing or explanation. Now 1 to 2, you take direct value 1 to 2. and mark here. Yeah. So this is 2. Now draw parallels for this. Now if I draw parallel to these lines already drawn, this becomes 3. This is how you draw the isometric position of a rectangle. Isometric position of rectangle is always parallelogram. Now 1 and 4 are coinciding with A and C. It's ready. Now midpoint of 2, 3 is giving B. So in computer it's easy. Draw rectangle, keep A and C ready, and if you move the mouse, then it will automatically come with the IntelliSketch if you have set the midpoint. Always it is there. Now this is isometric projection of isometric view or isometric you are drawing of this. If you take the scale, this becomes isometric projection. That's all. You have to reduce the distance. So this is nothing but ABC is nothing but isometric projection of a rectangle, triangle. Now how to draw this? And before going to the next figure, this is called isometric line. These two are referred to as non-isometric lines. You can ask me one thing, why these two are same here in the orthographic projection, why they are different? That is what the characteristic feature of the isometric projection. Here this is smaller, this is bigger. That depends on the view. Next, let me come to this pentagonal shape. Again, you have to create a box. So regular pentagon. So most of the time it looks like square. It is not at all square. Absolutely it is rectangle. You must be very careful. Majority of the time people draw square. Okay. As the isometric projection. Take equal distances. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 is the box for the pentagon. You have to cover all the corners A, B, C, D, E. Then start working for this particular problem. Now draw this again. Take the nearest point 1. Yes, I am considering first rectangle, then only I can incorporate the pentagon. 1 to 4. So you are supposed to keep 1 to 4 first. So distances should be taken on 30-degree line only. So let me set the 30-degree line. I am using the protractor type. So here are the two lines. So here is the distance 1 to 4. Actual distance I am taking. This is view, isometric view. Then you take this distance. Yes. Now draw parallels to the lines which are already drawn. This is 1, this is 2, this one is 3. Now be careful, we have A and E on 1, 4 only. By mistake, if you have kept in between 1, 2, gone case. It's wrong. Be careful. I have seen people who have drawn number of times, the OAE on 1, 2 instead of 1, 4. So you feel that some different figure has come. By that time you must realize this is wrong. Now you take 1A equal to 4E. This is 1, this is A, this one is E. So midpoint is automatically giving you C. What about this? B is not midpoint. This is biased towards 2. You must take the distance AB or 2B and mark accordingly. So if you take from 1B or AB, you take from this only. Not this is not A, this is A. This is 1B. Take this 1B and also that is also equal to ED. What best you can do is you can fix this and draw parallel. Definitely you will get this point. So you not measure again. This is D. And this one is B. Now I repeat, you fix the rectangle and AE you fix on 1, 4 only, taking these distances. Both are equal from 1 and 4. Then take 1B that is equal to 4D. mark here. If you use manually compass, you mark both. In computer, you keep B and render parallel and fix it. Next, C is midpoint. Automatically we did not measure anything there. Now join this. So if you join this, you will get the pentagon, isometric view of pentagon. If you look from this direction, 2 will be the first point. Then you will get 3, 4, 1. Next comes sorry, the edges ED, AB, BC and CD all are non-isometric lines. Only the line AE is isometric line because it is on isometric line, 30-degree line. Any line which is other than vertical line and the 30-degree line, they are called non-isometric lines. Next comes the hexagon. Hexagon, again mark the box. Yes, here the longer side is actually 2 times of the side. So that is the characteristic feature of the hexagon. Okay, so this is 30, say this becomes 60. Okay, total. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So start working. The starting point. So for change, let me take 2. Let me take 2 as the reference. Now 2 is the starting point on reference line. Then 2 to 1 is on 30-degree line and 2 to 3 is again on 30 starting from 2. So fix 30-degree lines either side. 2 to 1, to the left of you, you have 2 to 1. So fix this distance 2 to 1. Then 2 to 3, they are different. That is rectangle actually. It is not square again. This is 1, this is 3. Then draw parallels. In 30-degree line, 30-degree line. It becomes 30-degree line. So this becomes 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 we have completed rectangle again. That is the box. Fix the points on isometric lines. BC and FE on parallel lines on 1, 2 and 3, 4 respectively. It's very easy to identify. 1B equal to C2, that is also equal to E3, F4. So manually how to work? You take between 1, 2, same compass, use same distance you use with the compass and draw. In computer you fix these 2 and then draw parallels. Automatically you will get, or any other strategy use you the points suitably. I repeat, 1, 2 and 4, 3 only should contain these 2 points. Okay, this should not be reversed. Sometimes I see people keep this here. No, it should be between 1, 2 and 4, 3 according to your naming. Okay, next, what about these 2? It's very easy. Midpoint in computer, here you mark the points. You take this distance and mark or midpoint. That's all. Join them. Join all these points. Get the isometric projection of or view of the hexagon. Here also you can observe these distances are varying. So this distance is different from this, even though they're same in regular hexagon of same size. In isometric they are different, but these 2 are equal. These 2 are equal, something like that. So better name it for understanding purpose. So this is 2 to 3, 1 to 4. This is A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is how you draw isometric projection or view of triangle, pentagon and hexagon with box method. Now let me create prism, pyramid and the prism, pyramid and the frustum of these solid shapes along with the block, okay, one by one. Now let me start working for the triangle and the pentagon and hexagon. So let me draw prism, pyramid and block and also frustum of the different shapes, particularly pyramids, okay, here. Now I have triangle. How to draw prism of this triangle? Now let me create the one more figure. Here, this is 1,4. Let me take this as a reference and start working. Easy for me, also for you to understand. 1,4, 1,2. Rectangle, and then draw parallels. Keep this as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then mark these points itself as the points. This is A, this one is C, this one is B. Assume that it is base of the triangular prism. Now keep it light, join them, keep it light, don't make it dark. Next, assume that height of the prism is, this is 40, height of the prism is 60. So through all corners draw vertical lines. Vertical lines remains as vertical, no change. Assume that it is 60. Mark, this is A1. Next, if you get, this is the lamina, then becomes ABC. If it is prism, base one normally will be A1, B1, C1. This becomes A, this is B, this one is C. See that all are same height. In computer, what you have to do is, you keep one distance pakka, 60, then keep at random vertical lines, then make equal to sign, make use of that and then make equal to, otherwise you can draw directly 60 only. Now join them. Top side is, top face is visible, directly you can keep. There is no need to draw any more box. This is the box which you have created and fixed the triangular shape. Now top face visible, boundary lines completely dark. Completely dark. Then base edges which are part of boundary lines. That's all. Now this is visible surface, this is invisible surface. Any time you come across prisms, top face is visible, base is not visible. Okay, boundary is visible. So after that AA1, what about AA1? C1, B1 is the only side which is not visible, all other sides are visible. Okay, so keep this dark. So how to justify? Invisible surface, visible line or crossing line, because this is not visible, C1, B1 is not visible, AA1 is visible because it's crossing it, actual edge. Otherwise bends, visible bends. That's all. So this is how you create prism of a triangular shape, triangular prism. Now how to create pyramid? Let me take this figure only and develop. Okay, how to do it? So assume that I have drawn this with light line. Okay, otherwise let me use this for block. I will create one more here. So draw 30-degree line, create 4, 1, then 1 to 2, again this one. Yes, this is 3. Then this becomes A1, C1, AC because it is the midpoint. So this is A, C and then this is B. Join them with light line to get the shape, isometric projection of triangle, light lines only. Then fix two medians. So you need not worry about the distances. You mark midpoint, again midpoint, and do it. That's all. Then you get center of the base, OB, center of base. Now project up, because axis is perpendicular to the base always. Take this 60 with the convention available, 60. This is V, apex. Join A with V, A with V, okay. Then B with V, apex. Then C. Now visibility. Base is not visible. Anytime you have any pentagon, hexagon, whatever, triangle, the base is not visible. If you keep it on the base, you are looking from this, the boundary is visible. So procedure number 1 is not valid here. Procedure number 2 is draw the boundary lines, dark. All boundary lines are dark. Next comes base is not visible. So once base is not visible, what about VA? VA is visible because invisible surface, visible line. So don't go for any dotted line. You can observe even in prism we have only one line invisible. Here also one line is not visible. Okay, so it is easily you can complete. What about frustum? That we will take up in the other shapes. Okay, you can do this also. Okay, now block. How to create block? As we discussed in square shape, first draw the top face. Draw only the lines which are visible. So now I have 15 mm thickness, say 15 mm thick block. Then you fix 15 mm throughout manually. If it is in computer, you draw 3 lines, fix one, and then use equal to, join them. That's all. Within no time, you can complete isometric projection or isometric view, whatever. So this is block. So prism, pyramid, block. So you have to dark the complete top view. I have not drawn any line which is not visible, because that is the advantage with the block. Okay, you select the corners towards you, then draw vertical lines and then do it. That can be clearly exposed or explored in these two shapes. Let me cover one by one. Now let me take isometric projection of a pentagonal prism. Again same procedure you have to follow. If you know how to draw isometric projection of these shapes, square, rectangle, circular, lamina, pentagon, and also hexagon, along with this, you can do wonders in isometric projection. It's very easy job. Only thing is you must do it properly. All the other things are very easy. Now let me create the pentagon. Again the 30-degree line, mark. I am creating new shape, that is the pentagon. Same thing, I am recreating it. As you know, 1, 4 and 1, 2. Then draw lines, thin lines. Keep these lines named 1, 2, 3, 4. Then take these distances from the actual figure. You have to measure 1A. You know the procedure now. So A, this is E. Then this becomes corner C. Then B, this one is D. Okay. A, B, C, D, E. Then join them with light line. Same procedure for prism. You draw vertical lines, okay, and then fix the distances 60 mm throughout, and then join the top corners. Okay, 60 mm height. Then limit I have taken 60 mm throughout, join them in order. You will get the pentagon prism. Pentagonal prism is ready. Now, visibility, dark top face edges, all top face edges are visible. Boundary lines completely dark. Then the base edges which are common for boundary line is this. Then mark this base corners as 1, suffix 1 for easy explanation and also understanding. You also can do this A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Wherever necessary, various situation demands, you mark naming, otherwise not necessary. Okay. If it is combination and all, you can just carry out. So I have created top face visible, boundary dark, then base is not visible. 3 lines which are not visible as per this figure. Now what about the AA1 edge? AA1 edge is absolutely dark because it is crossing the invisible surface or crossing line. This C1 D1 is not visible, definitely AA1 is visible, or here 2 lines joining one point is visible, joining same point is also dark because it is bends. Now what about DD1 and CC1? CC1 is crossing the visible surface. See, here I have the visible surface. Say, what about these 2 lines are not visible? So this is visible. Whatever is available in front of you is visible. These 2 lines are visible because it's not. It is crossing this surface but not visible. So dot these lines with dotted line in case of solids, but in isometric don't draw anything, leave as such. So this is isometric projection of a or view of pentagonal prism. If it is pyramid, what exactly you do? So if it is pyramid, same procedure you have to follow. Draw base surface projection, then take this distance 1 to 4, then 1 to 2. We have this distance. This is 3, this is 4, 1. Now we have 2 points on 1, 4. Yes, this is 4, this is 1. Sorry, E and A. E and A. Next comes B and D. Next comes this. This is C. Join them in order. You will get the base. Then how to identify the center of the pentagon, pentagonal isometric projection. Now draw perpendicular bisector here and just identify any other corner and join with the opposite side. That's all. Midpoint of the opposite side. That's all. Now go up. This is V. That is 60 mm. Say. Then identify that as axis. Okay, axis. Identify this. The axis convention from this point OB, base center V. Then join all corners of this pentagon with pentagonal base. So there will be small variation of this because it is a rough figure. Okay. Now, how to dark? Visibility. As such, base is not visible. I have the base here. Base is not visible. Look from this. Boundary is visible. Dark all boundary lines. Yes. Now, this is visible. This also visible. Okay. Now, what about VA? VA is visible because this DE, DC, CB are not visible because that is base edges other than boundary lines. Next, VA is visible because it is crossing the invisible surface. That's all. All remaining lines leave as edge. If it is solid, then you would have marked dotted line. So otherwise, this is the solution for isometric projection or view of a pentagonal pyramid. What about block? I will take this already available. Here also I never draw any line which is not visible because advantage is here we have nearest surfaces and also the corners here 1, 2, 3 which is backside C and D. If you draw projection, D and C are not visible. Suppose that if you keep the pentagon like this, okay, whatever is visible you are going to keep without bracket. Whenever you keep with bracket, then that is not visible. Same type here. If you draw two lines like this, extreme two lines, whatever the corners that including these two lines, corners on these lines and this towards you, they are visible. Okay, otherwise no. Now that's how you can check. Okay. Now fix these distances. Say 15 mm or 20 mm throughout. Only 3 lines. Then join them. Dark line. So this is how you get isometric projection of block. So prism, pyramid, block for a triangular, and this is here for the pentagon. Now finally let me take the hexagon. Majority of the time you get these two shapes, more number of times repeats. So hexagon, again it's a symmetrical figure in both the axes. How to draw the prism? It's as usual, you have to draw the keep this 2 reference, then 2 to 3, then 1 to 2. So as usual you have the rectangle for this. This is 4. We have 2 points on 1, 2. Again same type, we have between 3 and 4 2 points. Here 1 point. Okay. Join them with the light lines. See, all are different length. These two are equal and all are different because they are on isometric lines. Whenever they are an isometric line, you get Pokka values, otherwise different values. Not worry. Now draw vertical lines throughout all distances. Okay, let me take up for this pyramid, then we will develop prism. Easy for me here. Location. Now let me develop first pyramid. Identify 2 diagonals. This is OB. Then draw vertical line. Fix axis V. Join all corners with V. Yes. The orientation may be different in actual case. Here, since I have taken rough sketch, it is coming like this. Anyway, you can easily understand what exactly the concept is. Now, as usual, you have the hexagon or the pentagon. Irrespective of that, base is not visible. Okay. Now, boundary is visible. Dark all boundary lines. Starting from apex. Then these edges, this is A, B, C, D, E, F. Not necessary to name, just for explanation purpose I am naming. I have to read the edges. That's why I am named. See, the boundary lines starting from A, B, C, D, E. Only the longer edge VB is missing here towards U. Okay. Otherwise, all are visible in this particular case. Now, base edges are not visible. That means AF and FE are not visible in this orientation. Since base is not visible, what about longer edges, slant edges VD? VD is very much visible because it is crossing the invisible surface. Again VC, same case. VC is not visible. What about VB? VB is not visible or visible? Yes, it is visible because it is crossing the invisible surface. Yes. Only edge VF is not visible here. So, all other edges are slant edge VF is not visible. Earlier I might have told this. This is VF is not visible. All other edges are visible in this case. So, particularly in this orientation. In actual case, maybe two edges may not be visible. So, this is how you complete. You need not worry about AF and AF. Let it be as such. And this edge VF. You should see that all corners joining V are completed. Otherwise, it will be not visible. So, in this case, VF is not visible, and FA and EF. Only three lines are not visible. This is how you can complete the what is called pyramid. Now, I will fix the prism. So, again, prism is again easier. So, 1 to 2, then 2 to 3. So, it similarly can keep this way, parallel lines. This is 4. Now, mark these points, base corners, take these distances, then midpoints, join them. Yes. Now, how to keep this? This is vertical lines, draw vertical lines. Now, before that, let me name. This is A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, draw vertical lines for a given length from all corners, base corners, draw vertical lines. See that all are of same distance. You can make equal to symbol and then use that. Okay. So, see that all are of same length. Yes. Yes. Now, join them in order. Okay. So, this is A1. Okay. This is A1, BB1, CC1, DD1, E1, FF1. Join them with dark line. So, visibility again, same type. Top face is visible. Top face is visible. Boundary lines completely dark. Sorry, boundary lines completely dark. Then how to complete the remaining lines? Base edges A1 D1 in this case, F1 A1, F1 E1 are not visible. That means invisible surface, whatever the lines crossing that surface, this surface are visible. So, dark these edges, dark these edges. Yes. What about edges A1 and FF1? They are not visible because visible surface, these two lines are crossing the visible surface. Definitely these two are not visible. They are because they are away from the observer. So, this is the visible surface and these two are not visible. Okay. So, these two are backside. That is why it is not visible. That is taken care by visible surface, invisible line. So, that is about the final figure of this isometric projection. Let me review 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have A1, V1, C1, D1, E1, F1. Again, top corners available, and you have completed the show. So this is how you can complete the prism pyramid. Now I will take block, isometric projection of drawing of hexagonal block. Again, from through which corners, how many corners you have to draw vertical lines visible. So as I told you earlier, you draw two extreme vertical lines. The corners including the corners on these two lines and towards you. Here you are here, so towards you should be taken into consideration and draw vertical lines. So for given thickness, say 10 mm thickness or 15 mm, whatever given, draw lines, vertical lines, dot lines, and then join them. That's all. Within no time you can complete the block. You not worry about the invisible lines. Okay. So this you get normally in combination of solids. This is very useful figures or drawings for combination of. Normally you get combination of solids in exams and tests, whatever classwork. And these are all the prerequisites. You may get independently this one and one more solid to be placed above that. Okay. So this is how you can complete the prism, pyramid and block. Now I will take up the frustum on computer. So it needs time and also the sketches may be little different, and also possible I will work out here also. Okay. Now I will take up the same thing on computer. Okay, let me take triangular shape and work out prism, pyramid and a block for this. So now assume that the distances I have taken for the explanation purpose. I have taken 60 mm as the side of the triangle and created the block. Okay, box here. So if you create box, as I told you, it is a rectangle only. Name that as 1, 2, 3, 4. I know how to draw the isometric projection of the rectangle, that is parallelogram. So start from 1, you draw 30 line, take 1/4 by length, that is 60, and you measure this distance and take 51 here. Then complete the boundary. Now if you want, I will repeat this. Now how to draw this block? Draw a thin line to start with. Check for the thin line. Yes, it is 1, 3. Now draw a thin line, reference line. Start from a reference point. Let me take midpoint of this line only, no problem. So 30-degree line and 60 mm. So you mark first 60. Okay. Then fix 30 degree, that is 150 here. Okay. Yes. Now one side, that is 4, 1 is fixed because it is to the left of you, you have 1, 4. Now to the right of you it is 1, 2. So it is 51.96. Okay, according to this 51.96. 51.96. Now after you fix this 51.96, angle you have to fix 30 degree. Always is 30 degree with the horizontal line. Now check before you start, because any mistake you commit, then that accumulates and then gives wrong information at the end. Now, so it is 30 degree again, this is 30 degree. Check, yes. Lengthwise, check whether you have taken the same distances. Yes, 60. You need not fix it, just see. Yeah, whatever we have taken. Now, how to draw parallel line? Just use this symbol or the entry sketch will take care of that. Okay. Now take line command, see that it is thin line. Okay. Then draw. You touch this and move. Definitely you will get parallel line symbol. Stop there. Little extra only you take. Don't fix it to the given length. Now touch this and then move. Again parallel line you get. Then trim this. Very easy job. Trim these two after intersection. So this you get. Name 1, 2, 3, 4. Then how to create this triangle? See, you know very well that A is coinciding with 1 and C is coinciding with 4. So name it immediately. So here this is 5, 10, okay. Here this is A, capital letters, because this is the isometric, not the orthographic projection. This is C. How to create B? B automatically you will get midpoint of this. You can keep the naming and then start working with this. This is the expected place of B, midpoint of the C. This is the midpoint B. You name it and then start working with the line command. So 1 to B. Automatically you will get, see, midpoint symbol is coming, then join this. That's all. Okay. So this is how you create the basic figure of triangular lamina. Then how to create prism and pyramid, etc. Now, as I explained earlier, I have created everything. This is ready. Now you identify the vertical heights. That's all. So after creating this, keep vertical height. Now assume that I am keeping 80 mm as the height. Yes, 80 mm as the height. That's all. You fix one line, then keep other two lines at random. You not measure, just keep at random. I will show you how to go for. Now these things I have not taken 80, at random I have taken. Approximately you take. You cannot take too small or too big. Now you say equal to symbol is there, equal to, then this must be equal to this. Yeah, and this must be equal to this. Do this. First you select the one which is to be converted into the actual one. Then first the item which is to be converted to actual given length, and then second one, it is fixed already. Now like that you do it. Now you measure for clarification, for validation, what I am doing, see, 80, 80. So after confirmation, you not confirm all the time. See, this is at the beginning you have to do this job. Now join them. Yes. Join all this. Now what happened? Top face is ready, base is ready. Now visibility. Now dark all the top face edges. Select all top face edges. And then all boundary lines are visible. Yes, all boundary lines are visible. Dark this, make 0.5. So purposefully I am taking little more for explanation purpose. Now base edges other than boundary line not visible. That is here. See, we have suppose that this is A, this is A, this is B, this is C. So C, A is not visible in this case. So if you want, you can name it basically. Otherwise, you just imagine and do it. Start working without naming also. So better let me name for the first time, first figure. So this is with capital, small size you can say. So this is A, this is B, or you can say this is C, this is A. Yeah, this is C, this is A, this one is B, this one is C. Okay, that way you can do. Now, yes. So the vertical edge C1, A1, B1. You can keep A1, B1, C1, ABC. So this is how you create the prism. Okay. Now, how exactly you can work out pyramid? Pyramid easy. You create base shape, isometric projection or view. Then identify the center by drawing two perpendicular bisectors. Here it is by default it is there, and take midpoint and opposite corner. Join them. Automatically you will get. Then go up by the axis length. So this is actually center, then go up by this one. So say 90 mm. Yes. Then take whatever the length given, or even take little less, no problem. Okay. 80 only you can take, not a problem, or 90. Now the convention for this is there. You can follow that 0.25 or 35 with the third line, axis length, axis convention. Yes, identify this. Now join this point apex with all corners. Yes, change the style, that is line type should be changed normal, yes. Then thickness is 0.13 only at the beginning, then we can dot, no problem. Let me keep thin line. Yes, join with all corners. So, yes. Then visibility, boundary lines dark because base is not visible. All boundary lines you select and make it dark. Yes. Manage the normal line, that is continuous line, visible line, and 0.5 in your case. Boundary lines dark. So what about this line, that is according to this naming BC, BC is not visible, and then this is V to A, V to A is visible because it is crossing the invisible surface, invisible surface visible line. So select that and make it dark. So visible line with 0.5 thickness. Okay, so that's all. That completes the pyramid. So next comes the frustum of pyramid. It's easy here. Okay, how to create frustum? So we have to first create the base like this. Then try to reduce this. Say this is 60 mm side. I want 30 mm side or 25 mm side. Okay, we can do whatever. The 30 mm side stop edges is easy, 0.5 you take. Let me take 25 and do it. Okay, so first you have to fix this. Before doing that, you take this and go for scale, and you retain this as well as you create one more. So then here scale 25 is the top side divided by 60 because that gives you the value. Okay, so directly see it is calculated and given 0.42. Now we keep it somewhere. Okay, keep it somewhere. You go on getting it up 0.262. Now I want only one. So you keep it ready. This one. Now I don't want this. See this line you can delete. Okay, this line you select and delete. Okay, now you have to place it here somewhere. What is that place? Top of the axis. Okay, so axis say 60 mm. I select 60 mm as the axis length. So line axis type 0.25 or 35 and axis, yes, from this intersection, that is center OB, you identify 60 or 80, no problem, 80 mm, enter. Yeah, you got the axis reference from the center OB. Now relocate this figure which you already scaled. This is 25. Okay, this is 60. Now let me see, this is 25. Yes, this is 25, you see, 25. 25. So you have to relocate this such that the center of this is coinciding with the top of the axis. That's all. Now what you do is move and fix. So you use this move with vacant, that is blank. Then you catch this midpoint or intersection, not midpoint, intersection only you take, and then bring it here and see that it is end of the axis. Yes. Now join them. That's all. With respect to this is CC1, this is A1, this is BB1. So all our axis type only has come. Now you can select and then change it. Okay, before doing this, you should have taken, otherwise, don't worry. But let us not repeat this for a number of times. Sometimes it happens, so you see that should be changed immediately. Okay, this 0.7, not 0.7, 0.13 only you take beginning and see that what are the lines visible. Yes, now changed. Now visibility. Top face is visible. Top face is visible and base is not visible. Boundary line is completely dark. Okay, that is basic procedure number 1. Top face visible, boundary lines are visible, and then base edges other than boundary lines are not visible. So start working for this. So select the top face edges. This is how you create frustum. Very easy in computer. Okay, then boundary lines dark. Yes, all are dark. All boundary lines are dark. 0.5 in your case. Line. Now see, top face visible, boundary lines completely dark. What about this one, that is CA in this case, A, B, C, CA. So it is not visible because it is the invisible surface it is other than boundary line, this. Now what about AA1? AA1 is visible because it is crossing the invisible key surface. Okay, so select this and make it dark. Yes, that's all. So we have created prism, pyramid, and then frustum of pyramid of given dimension, and then now I am going to create what is called block, triangular block. Now if you draw two lines through 4 and this is C and B, all corners are towards you, including the lines, the corners which are on the lines which you have drawn, two extreme lines. So definitely from all the corners you must draw lines. Say thickness is 15 mm. Yes, 15 mm. You fix only one vertical line, 15, then draw at random some approximately 15 mm line. You can fix 15 only, no problem, but you know the methodology, how exactly it works. Now again, I have not changed this, let me change it completely. Now go for fresh selection of line. So here is 0.1, directly you can take dark line because you know very well that it is dark line. Okay, 0.5 only you take, then draw. This is 15. Okay, now you select this at random. You can measure 15 also, but select at random so that you know the type of commands and also the facility available in this software. Now this is 15 exactly, but these are not 15. So what you do is you go for equal to command and click on this and then click this. Here you get 15 again. Again here also you do same thing. Yes. Now check before you start. All are 15. That's for the sake of validation. This is 15, yes. Again this is 15, yes. Yes, this is again 15. Now see that these three lines are drawn. Before that, select the top face edges which you are going to consider as top face edges dark. Okay, 0.5. Okay, normal. Then join the corners, base corners. All corners, base corners are visible. So this is how you complete the block of triangular shape. Now let me take pentagon. So you draw pentagon in any orientation. If the situation demands, you draw in that way. For example, in top view they say one of the base edge is perpendicular to VP, or one of the lateral surface is perpendicular to VP for the pentagonal prism. Then you have to do this. Otherwise, by default you draw this. Either this edge can be this side, right side, and ulta. So you can do it. Then you enclose it in a box. This is exactly rectangle because this is 55.4 and this is 58.3. Small variation is there. Still, it is a rectangle. You must be very careful. You assume that you are looking from point 2 of rectangle, corner 2 of rectangle. To the right of you, you have 58.53. To the left of you, you have 55.4. Then see these two, A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E are the corners of the pentagon. First you have to draw this and then mark on this isometric line these corners. Definitely A is again isometric line. Okay. Now 1 to A equal to 4 to E, that is measured 11.2. So what you do is start from this. Now I am going to do that. From 1 you mark 11.12. Assume that I have created this 11.12. If you measure, you will get 11.12. Yes. Enter. Yes. That's all. Now you can delete afterwards. It's small size only, small thickness only. You can create 1,3. Let it be 1,3. Always. All construction lines must be 1,3. So 11.12. In manually, you are going to use compass. Okay, or even you can have an extra line to this so that you can delete this. Now, what about B and D? B and D is biased towards 2 and 3 respectively, and you can take either 1B as reference or 2B as reference. Say 1B is better, little higher distance is always better. You take 34.24 as the reference. Now you can take 34.24 as the line reference and then create an extra. Then check whether you have taken same distance. Sometimes it will vary. 32.31 is there. So I want 34.24. So actually you must be very careful in this. Now I will repeat and select line and start from this 34.24. Don't touch the mouse, touch only the system's keyboard and say enter. Okay, then confirm. Now you can check. Let us see. Yeah, 34.24. Then how to create this point D reference? Now you just draw parallel line. That's all. See, you come to this point, end of the line. You get end of the line. Yeah. Line command. Okay. 0.13. Yes. Then from end of the line 34.24 you draw parallel line. Say touch this and then move. You will get parallel line. Yeah, parallel line. You can stop at this point or you can do that. Now just observe here. See, this you trim this point, extra length. Or there also you can take. Now this is 34.4 and this is 34.24. Now what about this? Automatically you will get. Now I have identified these 2 points and then these 2 points. Automatically you will get. Join them. That's all. Join these points. End of the line. Yeah, end of the line. Always better end of the line and midpoint. See, move around, you will get midpoint. Again, end of the line. End of the line. Yeah, that's all. You get pentagon symmetric projection of our view of pentagon fixed. Now you can delete some of the construction items. See, this one extra length in dot line only test comes, so delete. Then name this. This is A, B, C, D, E. So this is how you create the pentagon isometric projection or view. Now how to create the prism, pyramid, etc. Then we will discuss. Now assume that it is already available. Now I will go by length. I will keep 80 mm fixed, one item. Yes. Next, I will take up the random lines, vertical line only, approximately that one is a small 10 mm or 5 mm less or at random. Now I see that the first line which I have fixed 80 mm is equal to, see, this is 90, etc. is there. Now I make it equal to, see, you use this, I am repeating this, equal to, you take and then press this, see, you see. So join the top corners, you will get pentagon. Top corners, after getting 80, join top corners. Yes, this is how we create pentagon. Now, how to see that visibility of edges? Okay, now all top edges are visible. All top edges are visible. Dark it. Yes, and boundary visible. So what about these edges? AE and ED are not visible because they are the base edges other than boundary lines. They are not visible. So what about this line which is joining E? That is also not visible because it is bends, invisible bends, or it is crossing the visible surface. What about these two lines, BB1 and CC1? They are visible because it is crossing the invisible surface. You make these two lines dark. Make these two lines dark. 0.7. Okay, that's all. Now, how to get the pyramid? Pyramid you get by drawing vertical line as axis, fix the axis, intersection. See that, see, sometimes it is go to minor neighbor point. You must be very careful. It should start from the intersection only, and then see that it is 80 mm height. Say, assume that we have fixed the 80 mm height for the axis. Yes, now change the pattern. Style you have to change. Third one, yes. Then join all corners with the apex. Light lines only. Yes. Okay, now we take this top corner, I mean the apex, and then join them with the base corners. Okay. Now dark the visible lines. How you decide visible lines? Boundary lines dark because base is not visible. Base is not visible. Boundary lines dark. Take 0.75. Yes. Again, invisible surface, visible lines. This is V. VB, VC are visible because it is crossing the invisible surface. Select these two and then so that's how you create pyramid. So we will continue the working of frustrum of pentagon and block and hexagon frustrum etc. in the coming session.